think so.
Yes.
Hi again, Peter Galante here with
Cassandra Coop.
And we wanted to talk about some ground rules and expectations. We have sort of a special problem in photography. The fact that everybody has a camera, everybody sees pictures, everybody makes pictures. Probably every one of you has a Facebook page, possibly an Instagram account, Flickr account, all kinds of stuff. So, and you're surrounded by images, and we're really inundated with all kinds of cliches. I mean, they're just so awkward, so many of these pictures. And I see, over and over again, the same kind of thing. So the problem that we face is that if you're taking a physics class, if you're taking Physics 101, you walk into the class and you think, I'm not an expert on physics. I don't know this stuff, so I better, buckle down and study. Because if you take physics or you take math, everybody goes, oh, this is going to be hard. It's an expectation that math is going to be hard. Well, we have an expectation in photography that it's not going to be hard, that it's going to be easy, it's going to be the simplest thing. Well, I need to emphasize that it is going to be hard. It is going to be difficult. And, I think one of the major problems that we have is that we have no answers. We have no right or wrong answers. If you want answers, take math, right? There's no way for us to actually, I don't even know, how do we judge things, critique things? How do we evaluate things? We don't have a ruler that we can lay down and say, this is an A because it measures up to this. So we're in this gray answer. What we do is we make magic. That's the most difficult thing. We literally are in this incredibly, ethereal world. So I want to get that out, that it's going to be difficult. Critiques are things we struggle with because we have to learn how to evaluate things. So that being said, we have some other expectations.
Yeah, well, and speaking of critiques also, critiques can be difficult because, we get a blend of students. Some people are freshmen, and this is a freshman level class. Some students are senior level and have photo minors or have taken, other courses where they have been critiqued in the past. So it gives us a big flux of comfort levels and as well as ability levels. But it's to be understood that this is a freshman level course that's a building block for the higher up courses. So,
yeah, we really want to talk about how we're going to conduct the class, whether you're in online or whether you're in face-to-face. And the issue is we don't want you to send us pictures by email. You can't send us a picture and go, what do you think? So when you want feedback, if you're in the face-to-face sections, you bring your laptop, you bring your images, and we talk about it in class. If you're in the online section, you need to use the Widen Collective. We haven't yet spoke about how to use it, but you can put your stuff on the Widen Collective, and then you can email me your questions. The questions, not the images. We have hundreds of students, so we don't want our email boxes to be completely cluttered up with all these images. So you put your pictures on your laptop, you bring it to class, or you put it on the Widen Collective, and we will provide the help that you have. All right. So make sure that's clear. One other thing that I didn't mention before that might be useful is that if you're going to shoot with your digital camera and you're going to make the videos later on, because half of the assignments are video, you're going to need to get an SD card, and I'm going to hold this up to the camera here, and hopefully you can read it. And it says a little 10 in the circle if it focuses. It may not focus. I'm not sure it's going to focus, but what this is a Class 10 video card. You need to make sure that your SD card is a Class 10 or better, so that you can record video on it. That needs to be put out. What else do we have to cover here?
For every time you submit an assignment, it's going to be 2 images, or rather, two
separate images.
2 separate images.
And so you're going to submit to the Widen Collective the raw images. So you'll submit 2 raw images, and then you're going to edit those images however you choose to edit them in Photoshop, and you're going to submit 2 PSD images. And we're going to be a little bit more specific at a later date about how you submit and what the PSD is going to consist of. But the raw images are your certificate of authenticity. We have had, as you well know, a lot of issues with plagiarism in the past where, students, copy papers from the internet, try to submit it to class. Well, we have the same kind of issues in photo where people get the pictures from their friends or previous. Well, that's why we look at the metadata. And if I have any questions, I might even look at the camera serial number that the image is shot on. So, we take academic integrity very, very seriously. You need to make sure you don't try, because every semester somebody tries and you will be found out. So no JPEGs, you can't shoot in JPEGs, you can't submit JPEGs, and you have to have the camera raw, and it has to be on manual, and we check. So please do yourself a favor and don't try to game the system. It doesn't work. Anything else?
I think that's great.
All right, ciao.